Have you ever wondered what an object has been through, where it has traveled? An antique object can go through several different owners in its lifetime, and depending on that object, will often outlive its owner. These objects are passed down from generation to generation in the family. My compass has historical significance. My compass has survived through World War II and seen plenty of hardship and horrors. While studying my great-grandfather's war efforts in World War II for a project last semester, I learned that this compass was in his coat pocket while he was shot in the neck and nearly killed. My compass is personally significant. The compass was passed down to me by my opa, which is grandfather in Dutch, at a young age. My compass has always been fascinating. I imagine the endless events and conversations it has witnessed. I had an amazing relationship with my opa before he passed. I try to utilize every ounce of wisdom he taught me in my everyday life. Allow me to begin by telling the story of how my great-grandfather survived a gunshot wound to the neck with this compass in his pocket. My compass has historical significance. My great-grandfather, Nicholas Ras van Koningen, was a rear admiral in the Dutch Royal Navy during World War II. During the German invasion of Holland in May 1940, he was relied on heavily to defend the city of Amsterdam and its harbor. After a grueling 5 days of fighting Nazi forces, the Dutch army was no longer a match, and Amsterdam was lost. During the invasion, my great-grandfather was shot through the neck and wounded gravely. He was rushed to a hospital. Luckily, he was a very stubborn man, like the rest of our family, and the bullet had not caused any major damage. After an intense 6-week recovery, he was allowed to leave the hospital and go home, which he was very pleased about. He would make a full recovery, but it would leave him permanently disfigured with a slight kink in his neck and a scar. The kink in his neck left him looking like a confused puppy at points. My compass was in his coat pocket from the day he joined the Navy, through the shooting, and until long after he was medically discharged. You can tell how old the compass is just by looking at it. Every wear and scratch has a story behind it. You can see how intricate and well-crafted it is. And despite its nearly 100-year-old age, it's still in working condition. I can only imagine the number of times the compass has witnessed near-death experiences, the places it's been, and the people it has encountered. For the average person nowadays, a compass is not very useful. We all have it on our phone, and we often don't need it. We've got Google Maps and other ways to tell directions. But back in the day before modern technology, this compass was the difference between life and death, the difference between getting home to your family or being lost at sea. My compass is personally significant. My compass was given to me by my opa when I was in middle school. He told captivating stories of his father's war tales, which were very interesting to me. But at the moment, I did not fully appreciate just how awesome and interesting this compass is. But as I matured, I realized that it is very important to our family and an interesting heirloom to have. The compass is a reminder of the amazing relationship I had with my opa before he passed. He was supportive of my every move in life and taught me how to be a strong and successful person. I cherish every family heirloom he gave me, but the compass has a special place in my heart. My compass reminds me of memories and motivates me to be the best person I can be. I see my compass as a symbol of strength and resilience. This compass was a first-hand witness to one of the worst periods in history, World War II. was also around when my great-grandfather was fighting for his life after being shot through the neck. Yet here it is in my hands today. Nearly 100 years old, still functioning, still usable. To me, that is a show of unmatched resilience and strength. It inspires me to have that type of resilience in my life and always stay strong no matter what. The story of my great-grandfather's near-death experience shows how historically significant and fascinating my compass is. The story of how I got the compass, the symbolism associated with it, and the resilience and strength it brings me demonstrates how personally significant my compass is. And no matter how lost I feel in the life or where I am in the world, my compass will help me feel confident in the direction I'm heading.